How's it going, you guys? It is Will here, and today we're taking a look back at my Bandai Aqua Mothra from Rebirth of Mothra 2. Now, this figure probably looks a little bit different from the last time you guys saw it, as when I reviewed this channel initially in 2019, the figure, well, it was missing parts. He was missing antennas, and he was missing legs. So that always kind of bugged me that in that video the figure was missing its pieces. So I took it upon myself to turn this figure into like a DIY project, and I ended up making my own makeshift antennas and makeshift legs using cotton swabs to try to give Aqua Mothra here a more movie accurate look. And I don't think he came out looking too bad. I studied the pictures of the prop as well as pictures of the original figure to try to get an idea of how long to make the antennas, and I think I got pretty close. Now, for those of you who don't know who Aqua Mothra is, he is a powered-up form of Mothra Leo, the main Mothra of the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. And this form first appears at the end of Rebirth of Mothra 2. And in that film, Mothra Leo gets revived by the water spirit known as Gorgo, and it transforms him into the powerful Rainbow Moth... Wrong figure. Transforms him into the powerful Rainbow Mothra. And with his newfound powers, Rainbow Mothra is able to transform into Aqua Mothra, and this allows them to travel underwater with ease, as well as gives them some other newfound powers in order to destroy the enemy monster known as the Garla. And basically, with the Aqua Mothra's powers, he's able to break his body apart into smaller Aqua Mothras, and this allows him to travel into Garla's body and literally destroy all the organs that's keeping him alive and the organs that create his bacteria known as Barums, which cause Mothra's weakness in the movie earlier. So yeah, very cool to see these two figures together. You can definitely see where the color inspiration comes from. Yeah, I love the Rebirth of Mothra 2 Mothra design, probably my favorite Mothra design of all time. Now, Mothra Leo does call upon his Aqua Mothra form in Rebirth of Mothra 3, however, it's very brief and the form isn't used for fighting. Instead, it's used when this Rainbow Mothra decides to travel back in time in order to defeat the weaker Cretaceous King Ghidorah, since it can't defeat the present-day Grand King Ghidorah. Mothra Leo decides to fly back in time, all the way back to when the dinosaurs were around, and while he's doing that, he goes from the Rainbow Mothra to the Aqua Mothra form, and to eventually the Lightspeed Mothra form. However, the Lightspeed Mothra looks very similar to the Aqua Mothra, but it's slightly different, and it's portrayed by a crappy CGI render. Now, unlike my incredible Rainbow Mothra from Rebirth of Mothra 2 figure here, where it has a cool action feature where if you squeeze the backside of Mothra here, the wings will actually flap. Aqua Mothra, unfortunately, is more or less just a statue. Doesn't really have any articulation other than the head having a slight swivel, but it's very stiff. You know, you can try to squeeze the backside here, but nothing will happen with the wings. But that's okay. The figure is still awesome nonetheless. And if you're lucky enough to get the original figure, you know, in the box with all its correct pieces and not DIY pieces like I did, then you will have to install the legs on the figure. Let's just go into the holes right here. It's pretty simple. I'm not sure if the original figure has antennas attached already or if you have to put them in yourself, but it does have the holes right here which you can attach the antennas in. So it's a pretty easy figure to assemble if you manage to get it in the box. So that'll just about do it, you guys. I'm very happy I was able to give Aqua Mothra another review, as I was never happy with how the figure looked with all those missing pieces in the original video. So I'm glad I took it upon myself to turn this into a DIY project and give the figure makeshift legs as well as antennas. Let me guys know how you think it turned out. I tried to follow the original figure as well as the movie design as best as I could. And yeah, I think the figure, just with the antennas alone, the figure looks way better than how it did in the 2019 review I did. But definitely let me guys know what you think of my Aqua Mothra custom here. And if you can track down the original figure, definitely don't hesitate to pick it up. It is a very great figure. If you can pick up any of the Rebirth of Mothra figures, definitely pick them up, because they're some of Bandai's best work in my opinion. But yeah, if I got this figure at G-Fest in 2018 with the missing parts, and that's why he was so cheap at only $20, but I didn't mind that because the figure was in pretty decent condition aside from the missing parts, and I knew I could possibly create my own antennas and legs out of something. Hence, that's why this video is here. Alright guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and for all your love and support. We'll see you in the next one.